Fox 2. Good kill, good kill. Okay, good kill.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're here in the F-15 Strike Eagle here. Today we're going to be hitting a little base off in the distance. We have two fighters off the nose, two MiG-29s. The base we need to hit, it's a resupplied base, and there's all kinds of equipment in there we need to destroy. It is covered by an SA-3, multiple SA-3s, a bunch of SHORAD systems, SA-13s, AAA, and there's also a layered SA-5 in there as well. We have these two MiG-29s off the nose right here. We're going to lock the first guy, then we're going to throw the radar into a high data track, which is going to allow a track while scan, and we're going to see if we can get a track on the second guy here, which we did. I got him. So I kind of want to show why the F-15 is such an amazing aircraft, because like it doesn't really matter what the enemy throws at you. So right now the enemy has fighter cover, SA-3s, short range, you know, SAMs, AAA, and then even like a long range S-200, SA-5 essentially would be the same thing, and they still won't be able to stop the F-15. You know, we're going to basically use this F-15 to punch through everything they have to offer, and we're going to hit that base, you know, using the right tactics, of course. If you come in kind of stupid, they can kill you, but I'm going to show you how the F-15 can do this mission actually quite simply, even with the enemy having that much defense. I've got both of these MiG-29s locked up. We've climbed up to about 30,000 feet, which, by the way, the F-15 did with very little trouble. Didn't even struggle to get up here. And we got these guys locked, and I have them at a range of about 37 miles. I got the first guy locked up. The little star you see under the lock target, that indicates a primary target, and you'll see that star switch to the other guy once I switch targets. Right here, hold on. Here we go, we're at Mach 1.16. Sam is locking me. Looks like SA-5 is trying to lock me up. He's trying, but we're still outside of range a little bit. 27 miles now, Mach 1.2. Fox 3, and then we'll cycle to the second guy, and he's at 25 miles. Fox 3 on him as well. Now they're locking me. Okay, we're going to hold that lock a little bit, but we're going to reduce altitude here, because those MiG-29s can still be dangerous. They also carry missiles. We're going to reduce altitude. Provide as much guidance as we can. I'm going to be a little bit aggressive here, so I'm actually going to offset to the right, and then there's a missile in the air, by the way, and then I'm going to offset left to drag that missile in the opposite direction and bleed its energy, and then I'm going to push those MiGs. Whoever survived my first volley of AMRAAMs, I'm going to give them a second one here. Let's go ahead and turn in. One of them is flashing on radar, so we're losing track on one of them, but I have the other one locked up right here, 13 miles off the nose. Okay, he's locking me right now. Fox 3, 13 miles, and we'll defend away. Okay, and there's no need to provide guidance to that AMRAM at 13 miles. It's more than capable of finding him. I think the first guy got killed, that's why he dropped off radar, and the second guy just died in the distance right there. So problem 1 solved, splash 2 MiG-29s. So what we're going to do now is get ready to hit that base. And I'm carrying a lot of JDAMs, and I'm going to show you what that means. We're going to recommit vertically here, and we're going to offset slightly from steer point 1 alpha, which is where the target location is at. And we're going to build a high resolution map of that target area. Okay, and right there, we're gonna switch to air to ground mode, and then I'm gonna come over here, set up the armaments, air to ground. We're gonna grab our JDAMs, and we're gonna set them to an auto drop. That's the SA5 trying to lock me up. I'm gonna set that up. Okay, so now we're all good to go. The target is right off my nose, so I need a slight left offset here. I'm going to pull up the air-to-ground radar, and we're going to select waypoint 1 or steer point 1 alpha, and we're going to click high-resolution map, and we're going to wait 11 seconds for the aircraft to go ahead and generate that. And while the aircraft does that, I'm going to pull up the smart menu here for the JDAMs. And here we go. There's the map. That's our target area. And then what we're going to do is designate points on it. Switch this to target, and then I'm going to designate a point right there, and I'm going to pass that point onto my JDAM, and then I'm going to step to my next JDAM. We're being locked by an SA5. That SA5 is really trying to provide cover for these guys, because I'm still outside of range for their SA3s, but that's why you have layered air defense. The SA5 is actually able to protect these guys. But I'm gonna still kill them, you know. It just means we have to defend a little bit here. Defend that SA5. They can be quite dangerous if you don't defend properly, but you know, we'll just reduce altitude here, break line of sight with the radar to defeat that missile, and then we'll go back up there and program the rest of my JDAMs. I only got one so far. Okay, we've defeated that SA5. You can hear the RWR is silent now. So we're gonna get back on target. And we need the aircraft to generate another map for me here, because I lost that when I defended. And by the time that SA5 targets me again, we should have all of these theoretically programmed. There we go, we'll set up right here. Just, you know, it's all about the capabilities of this aircraft, so consider all that as we set this up. SA5 once again trying to lock me up. Wait for that map to come in. One more second. Here we go. There it is. And we're going to give it a little bit more time, because that's actually not a nice map. I need a little bit better. There we go. It's just updating as we go. So we'll put that back to target. I will designate this, which I believe to be an SA3 site on the edge there. We're going to pass those coordinates to my next JDAM, and then I'm going to grab another JDAM. I'm going to step to the next one. I'm going to designate another point. So what we're doing is pre-programming points so that we can just toss all of these in, and they'll just individually hit what I'm you know, designating here on screen now. These all look like SA3s around the perimeter of the base. We're going to set all of that up. SA5 once again. Gonna finish here. I think we got some time. That SA5 keeps interrupting what I'm trying to do here. We'll step this one, or sorry, we'll pass the coordinates on. We'll step to this one. The last JDAM, you actually can't step to it. I think this might be a bug or something, so we'll come back around and drop that last one after. Whoever survives this first run. Pass that on. And then look, I can't select that last GBU, but that's okay. We'll come back around. I believe that's a bug. But we need to defend that SA5, because if I don't defend, that thing will kill me. But as we reduce altitude here, that's actually fine, because then I can come around and we can start the attack run on the base at the reduced altitude. Just being super careful, get low, because I did take a while to defend this SA5. I was busy setting up the JDAMs, right? Target's back there. Okay, let's go. You're gonna see 2 MiG-29s, an SA-5 layered air defense, SA-3s, SA-13s, short-range IR, and also AAA. None of these guys are gonna be able to stop the F-15 from killing its target just over that ridge line there. We're gonna come in low. This is gonna protect us from short-range enemy IR. Once we pop up, there could be a risk that they'll lock me, but we're gonna be quick. We're gonna flare. You know, obviously in case they get a missile off, I want to be flaring. But we're going to basically pop up, toss a bunch of JDAMs in there, and those guys are going to have a very bad day. We're waiting for the cue here to tell me that we can pop up. Here we go, in range. So we are going to start pulling up. I gotta zoom in because I can't see because of the sun. Okay, and we're gonna release those JDAMs. There we go. And we're gonna brake. We're flaring the whole time. And we're gonna break away. They are trying to lock me now, but it's too little too late, and I'm a little too far. That's one of the advantages of tossing it in, is you don't have to overfly them, right? And so they are right over there. That's the base we want to hit. No IR coming off that base, so that's good. We managed to keep our separation. Oh, there it is. Nice, look at that. All those JDAMs hitting almost at once. That base is devastated. And let me just grab this last GPU. I don't know why you can't select it. Here, we'll just put it at the base entrance. That SA-5 still trying to spike me. I'm just unable to do anything about it. We'll pass that coordinate onto that JDAM, and we'll come around, hit it, and we'll get out of here. But this is exactly why the F-15 is so good. Like, you see, the enemy throws everything at you in every form of defense they can. Fighters, you know, short range layered air defense, blah blah blah, and then the F-15 still kills you. The only way they could probably stop the F-15 is have more defenses here, but in which case you would just send more F-15s, right? and just deal with them literally through brute force, essentially. And so here we go, we're gonna just go a little faster, and here we go, we got almost 700 knots on the deck, which is quite incredible. And we are in range. I'm just gonna pull up and toss this last JDAM in there. I don't need to, I think everything is dead, but I'm just gonna throw this in there as a matter of principle, right? I brought all these JDAMs, you're gonna hold them all for me. There we go, there it goes. And we'll break off just in case. I think all the SAMs are dead, the short range SAMs in there, but just to be safe, I'm not gonna go too close. Impact any moment now. That's not it. That's not the JDAM. It'll hit the base entrance momentarily, I think. If I did this right. There we go. Nice. That's the JDAM. Okay, that's the F-15 for you. Let's get out of here.